So 3, 2, 1, go. Damn, I got out of there at 2069. Nice. Ah. Needed an extra punch. Not for those guys, though. Did that end up being about the same? I think it did. Yeah, I guess the back fist only saves time when you get everyone. Also, I slowed down there, so the NPC movement. Yeah, it's kind of sucks that the NPC movement can make your movement, or the NPC placement can make your movement poopy. Oh, that guy walked away. Now, if we get a lucky shot, we might hit both of them at the same time, but that usually doesn't happen. I think that only happens if the first guy kind of like bumps into the second one. Also, that was a slow cutscene skip, so I probably just lost 2 seconds right there. Yeah, cutscene skips are, for some reason, really difficult to do in this game. And it's not necessarily because they're hard, but oh my god, my controller got stuck. Oh my god. I was so surprised that my controller got stuck that I lost another 2 seconds to a bad cutscene skip. I couldn't believe my eyes. This might be another reset. Not that I want to reset constantly, but if only this guy was lined up properly for the attack, but oh well. Whoa, that was slow. He's gonna lie down for like an extra like 5 seconds compared to my PB. Okay, well, we're technically still saving time, so I guess we can move on, but I'm not very happy about that. I probably did legitimately lose 2 seconds there, like to bad cutscene skips. And like cutscene skips aren't like something you can like make up for. You either get them or you don't, or like you get them slower. Oh my god, that was awful.
Boy.
I am probably losing time to that, considering this tends to be one of the most stagnant sections of the entire game. Second only to ideally, the chapter 15 3-minute wait. Yeah. It's kind of amazing how easily you can lose time in this game. It's actually impressive. Okay, you probably don't ever need to quick step cancel like in like actual fights unless you would normally be too far away from them, or if it would be like really easy for you to like end the fight anyway. I don't know how I ran into that guy. Somehow, we did not lose time. In fact, that was faster than we'd ever been. Actually, it was probably due to the actual good cutscene skip that we got in... or the good text skip that we had before we peacocked that guy's mom. Hey, we got the stairs bump. Stairs bumping is good because you run up slower on stairs than any other surface. And no, that is not exclusive to Fist of the North Star. It's pretty universal. It's just that in Fist of the North Star, you have to run up so many more staircases that like the slower speed becomes far more noticeable. Okay, so we want to burn a little more health for the payback ring bonus. Oh my god. You want to dodge forward as much as possible when you're running through these things because Kiryu gets instant acceleration when you dodge forward. Not every time. Like here, you want to take a sharper turn, so you usually... also, you have so much defense as maxed out Kiryu that you don't get stopped by silly attacks like knives getting thrown at you. Yeah, so when you're moving around in general, you kind of... want to dodge forward as much as you can. Oh my god, movement. I guess my health is low enough for this mini boss at least. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't I don't know how I missed my dodge input there. It gets really weird. Like, I don't know. My controllers have all been, like, non-responsive recently. Oh my fucking god, this guy. I hate that guy. He's always hiding from me. I mean, that's why I keep the gun on. That's why I like use the gun in that section, just because he's always out of reach somehow. My health is a bit precarious, but it's easy, so we can tango with it. Oh my god, my reaction. Okay, that time I tried to unequip my weapon like right before the QTE, but it didn't work. So I had to unequip it during or after the QTE. Yeah, that was unfortunate. If the guy wasn't hiding behind the pillar, we could have made up the time. I hate NPCs in this game. It's not like Yakuza 0 where if you were running, you would like barely slow down at all, but sometimes when you run into people, it just kind of stops you like cold for a couple of seconds. Okay, those guys are aggroing onto me. That's good. I mean, the movement was... I bumped into another pedestrian, but that's okay. As long as they're not running into... Like, running into pedestrians or civilians isn't necessarily like a run-over thing, but running into encounters is. Now, if you were just like starting... If you're just starting New Game Plus for the first time, running into encounters isn't the end of the world because you do so much damage that it doesn't matter. Now, you also do a decent amount of damage in any percent, but there is the potential for you to need to use a muscle soda, although that's pretty rare. If you're lucky enough, you generally have encounters where you generally the encounter locations generally only happen in areas where you have two-handed weapons, so the chances of you losing a significant amount of time are actually pretty low, all things considered. Yeah, especially in New Game Plus, where you just take out a weapon and don't give a shit about anything else. Now, because it's New Game Plus, we don't have to actually grab anything because we have everything we need already due to it being New Game Plus and being able to load any save file that's completed already. So, yeah, you can just relax in the pharmacy, or you can take the scenic route and just walk here, right? As long as you make it here before the second phone call, you don't lose any time. It's just sometimes you have to run away from encounters, which is less than ideal, but if it's any consolation, the phone calls do despawn encounters. You just have to keep track of like how long it's been since you activated or skipped the cutscene with Kiryu walking out of Aoi. But yeah, in the context of like the actual speed run, these weights make it pretty boring. But like in a marathon, you could probably just take the scenic route and like maybe go through what you would normally do with in any percent. It's a bit complicated, but like I've already memorized the path at this point. It's just that at one point I did forget to actually sell all the things, which would be a colossal waste of time. I don't remember what second threshold it was. Probably right there. Yeah. My menus are always bad because sometimes I get confused, especially in chapter 5 where you also need to grab the beer for Sayama. But in New Game Plus, we set it up so that you already have the beer in your inventory. So like you don't actually have to menu any more than you already do.
Boy.
I've never had that happen to me. Normally, you just really easily talk to what's her name? Tamio. Normally, just really easily talk to Tamio, but I don't know. Running into objects is really weird in this game. Also, that guy was solid. That guy was actually a solid person before he promptly disappeared.
Good.
Now this is a lot faster when your game is actually limited to 120 FPS. If you leave it at unlimited, if you turn off the max frame rate option in NVIDIA control panel, for some reason that cutscene lags really hard. Yeah, there are also like a couple of pauses, extra pauses, other than the Jonka one, that will come up in like in other parts of the game. This movement's a bit suboptimal, but oh my god, those guys are right there. I have to run all the way around them. The hell is your problem? Yeesh, I almost went to the wrong spot. Oh my god, weird camera angle. Hey, that's the same sound. That's the same like sound effect that I heard in Judgment.
Good.
All right, gotta be careful with the guy right in front of you, because that guy loves to attack. Not the fastest Isaki I have ever done, but it might be good enough to save time. If you run into an encounter here, it's fine. There's an area trigger coming up. This is another part where it would severely lag. Nice. And now we get a 3-minute break. You cannot do anything with this minigame, because if you do, the timer freezes. And unfortunately, we can't skip it because it's required. It's unfortunate, but it's also a 3-minute break. So if you happen to not have taken, you know, a bathroom break before you started streaming, then it would be fine. Yeah, sorry, Koyuki, we're not gonna help you. I would love to help you, but we need to go fast. kind of funny because like in New Game Plus with Koyuki maxed out, you actually make money off of this mini game, which doesn't matter because you have enough money. All the money that you needed in the run was in Chapter 4. Because you already get enough, like, you already have the 4 million yen you need to get past the first fight and then past Isaki, right? And then you gain money, you gain just enough money from this mini game and Clan Creator to pay off the Shogi guy. So yeah, you really don't need like your money for anything else in this game. And because the route at this point is pretty optimized, I won't say it is optimized, but it's pretty optimized. You don't need nearly as many muscle sodas as in New Game Plus, so even if you somehow desperately needed the money for muscle soda somehow, you wouldn't need to buy any because you shouldn't run out of muscle sodas. If you do, you're doing something wrong. You should only require the 10 that already starts in your inventory at most. I've also determined that having defense in this game is better because sometimes, like, having max defense is better because sometimes, you know, things can go a little awry, especially on Legend. Even if you're playing like really carefully, you just get hit once and then you die on Legend. So not recommended. Not recommended to have minimum defense and minimum. Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe the health thing might be a worthy consideration to reduce it by, but yeah, I don't know. It's like maybe you want to reduce your health, but I don't know if it would even be possible to get everything you need like legitimately with only 100 health the entire time. In fact, the game might not let you. Wow, 8 seconds. How bad was Miyazaki in my PB? Jesus. It must have been really bad. Again, encounters don't matter here because you will have a trigger right around here before you reach the taxi cab. Wow, that was fast. It's like, just how early can you pause? If you can pause early, great. The wall. See, we tend not to touch the reset camera button because sometimes that sends Kiryu off to parts unknown. When, like, as soon as you start hitting, you know, directions. Much less annoying than in the original 2. That guy kept dodging constantly. Yeah, even when you just go into first person, your guys tend to Kiryu tends to like dart off in a completely different direction. Oh my god. I hate stairs in this game. If you bump too close to the door, sometimes you get stuck there completely. Like for a couple of seconds, being unable to go through the door. God, I really... I hate how precise movement can be sometimes. Or like how seemingly inconsistent it can be. So this is the first muscle soda required in the run, and that's because you just stab these guys. Not 2 times, not 3 times, once. If your health isn't low enough, you can also take out the magic katana instead. But our health is low enough, so we don't have to worry about it. I didn't pause it at the right time, not early enough. This is one of the dynamic intros that would slow down significantly when you are playing at higher than 120 FPS. So don't do that. You will literally lose like 20 seconds. It's not worth it. Now unequip your weapon here, because Majima becomes significantly harder to hit. And your jab, like your first jab, is almost instant, and you only really need to flinch them like once at that, like at 1 HP, essentially. Oh, right, you don't have to, you only need 1 cutscene skip. Yeah, I would also argue that like New Game Plus has like actually has a slightly more fleshed out or it's a much easier to use like muscle soda route, because you don't have to get as many. You also don't have to really memorize any locations, because well, you don't need them. You don't need to buy any more than what you already have. So. Okay, let me not fuck up this time. Because last time I lost like 20 seconds to this fucking section. Oh. I already messed up. Because they're not supposed to be there. Guys, what are you doing? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Guys, do you want to attack him? Alright, we're losing a decent amount of time, I think, because... or rather, an unfortunate amount of time, because for some reason, I activated Essence of Explosives. You actually don't need to do any other skill than the manpower one, whichever one increases your strength, because believe it or not, the other skills are actually a waste of time.
いい戦いぶりだったぞ。
それ
I lost 7.6 seconds to that terrible section. We're still technically PB pace at this point, but safe to say I would not be thoroughly impressed with it right now. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Completely forgot about that cutscene I needed to skip. Ali is slightly faster.
Oi. Oi.
Well, as long as we avoid the guy on the left or right. And we don't have to worry about those guys at all because another arrow trigger here. Fuck yeah. Oh, you know what? We could have had even less health so that we could one-shot that guy.
Huh? Huh?
I should have just shot him. Normally that helps instantly trigger the cutscene, but I guess not this time. Oh, nice. So you want to take out your Photon Blade here, just stab him. You don't have to aim, and you get instant blood on him. Ah, that was not intentional. I actually wanted to get that. Oh, are we losing time? We're losing time. Do enough damage to him to skip that entirely. I don't know why I had to pause multiple times. Okay, we didn't actually. That is apparently the fastest chapter 7 ever done, or chapter 6 I've ever done. Apparently. Why did you dodge into me? That seemed unnecessary and a bit of an asshole-ish move. Asshole-ish. Yeah, for some reason, Kazuki's health is a lot higher than Kaoru's, so we can run around for quite a while before the text triggers for him. And it usually won't unless you're running at, again, like 300 plus FPS. A relatively straight path, so that was a good cop RNG. Going into first person makes running straight in a straight path a lot easier, so that's why I use it so often. Now, for this particular section, we don't have to worry about encounters because the area trigger, there is an area trigger at Bantam, so yeah, we don't worry about it at all. Now you do have to worry about area triggers here, or you have to worry about encounters here because Imoto is not an area trigger. You have to interact with the elevator. Ah. Oh my god, what am I doing? You only needed one of those. Oh god. I'm sorry if that was eye scratching. Cause that was eye scratching for me too. Yeah, unfortunately for me that cutscene is really glitchy, or the field of heat is very glitchy, and sometimes it'll just flicker like that. Thankfully it doesn't happen for the entire run, otherwise I would literally pull my own hair out. Again, no encounters you need to worry about here because it's another area trigger. This fight tends to go relatively smoothly, but I don't know. I've had problems with it before. If only Kiryu knew to swing his swords in different directions. I'm actually kind of miffed that his sword combo isn't longer. Because in Ishin, you have that 3-hit combo, and it keeps going. Like, it just keeps going. Well, I assume it keeps going when you, like, unlock, like, more hits, right? But you don't get any of that sort of treatment in K2, which is unfortunate because the sword The sword moveset is insanely good. Like, it's insanely good. The only time the back of Serena will ever be an area trigger. I may have broken the cutscene there. Now, Millennium Tower. There's a higher chance of encounters to be here, and that's unfortunate because they're right there. Normally, I would YOLO. Normally, I would YOLO the encounter and hit the taxi, but they were too close. They're too close to the taxi and the soda machines right there, so I didn't bother. Now you do need your muscle soda for Hayashi, unfortunately, because Kiryu actually does not do enough damage without it. But you could also tell from the QTE that he just does too much damage with it. But we might as well do as much. We might as well do all that damage because why not, right? Now, if only there were a way to skip this animation entirely, because it is extremely long. And unfortunately, even with no health and the stab, we can not do enough damage to skip it. Oh. Okay, apparently my Y button didn't want to work there. Yes, original Yakuza 2 animations. Don't do the QTE here. You just extend the pain for him, which you don't have to do. Besides, you already snap his neck at the end there, and that's why he doesn't appear for the rest of the series. Sangrila! There's another area trigger here, so again, don't worry about encounters. You have to worry about these annoying-ass NPC placements, though, which are completely random as far as I can tell. There seems to be like a consistent, like a relatively consistent like RNG pattern where like your encounters will mostly be the same, but like you still have to deal with the shittier NPC placements. It's hard to set up the stairs bump on those stairs. Or, I mean, it's more the fact that I've never really tried it, but still. Yeah, this it gets hard to speed run this section. I mean, it's like this section's always hard, period, but yeah. Like, you can imagine that wasn't even the best. That wasn't even the best chapter 8 I've ever had. Another slight chance for encounters here. And it's those guys? Yeah, it's those guys. I'm not taking the chance. Sometimes you just gotta take the L. And that is an L you can take. You know, just despawning enemies with soda machines. Now, this is like one of the few fights you gotta be careful, especially at low health. Because Hashimoto here likes to fuck around and hyper armor through everything and flinch you and then make you lose time because you didn't already hit him. Fortunately, if you hit him fast enough, he becomes a non-issue. And thankfully, Daigo didn't attack that last guy immediately so that we would miss all of our attacks. Now I'm going to I just paused the timer right there and quit out the game because this game likes to crash immediately after that. So yeah, we're going to go back into the game shortly so that we don't look like we're abusing anything here. It's just a pause rule, right? And we need it because there are a lot of people that suffer from, well, the game crashing for no reason. Oh, it actually stored my movement there, which is funny. Yeah, so there's several time-based like crash points. One can happen in chapter 7, and another can happen in this chapter, which is what I tried to mitigate. Now, fortunately, the chapter 7 one is very rare, and I would assume it only happens if you're just like extremely negligent and you don't like reset after every attempt, which is how I mitigate it. If you take care of those guys too fast, you slough off the game, and then you have to do all that all over again. That's unfortunate. We actually got hit in this run, like we flinched in this run. So this is gonna be a pretty slow chapter 9 overall. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh well. Not that that would have been a good spot for it anyway, but yeah. All right. Now take out your gun right around here. I mean, probably could have taken it out a little bit faster, but yeah. Ah. They made that mashing one unusually fast. Like, I mean, like, fast as in you don't actually need that many inputs to clear it, but the animation is so long that it's like, did it really need to be that long? Another subtle improvement over keeping the setting off. You actually don't slow down at all. Like when you're running in this part of the game specifically. Because most of the time when you run without a limiter, like at 120 FPS, PDU just runs and then stops for a second. We don't really know why. Now, in any percent, you would need a. In any percent, you would need to have a muscle soda there to do enough damage, but you don't need that in any in New Game Plus. In fact, you probably don't even need to take out your weapon. You could have probably just kicked him, and he would have been fine. All right. Now this is the part where most of my runs die because of encounters in chapter 10. Because getting rid of them takes too long. Like, it takes too much effort. Right here in the Champion District. Yeah, Champion District is just about the worst place for encounters to be. And, yep. Okay, so that was a fruitless endeavor anyway, so we have to deal with them. So all of our time save just got deleted. You really can't do anything about that. It's literally just, it either happens or it doesn't. And in my PB, it did not. So I think run's dead. Oh, right, we don't need the... Doesn't go in immediately into a cutscene there. Now, one thing you can do on the way back to Shellac is hope that there is an encounter here so that they can chase you into the Champion District. Unfortunately, that looks like it also won't happen. See, they're already too far away from me. Oh my god. Okay. At least that happened. This game is ruthless with encounters, and Champion District is unsurprisingly the worst place for them in the entire game. Because you can't do anything about them. Or, well, I mean, especially when you get out of Shellac initially. Like, you really cannot do anything about them. You just have to hope that they're facing the wrong direction. Also, the first time I've seen these guys in a long time. I also went the wrong direction. That's how tilted I am right now. Man spread Kiryu.
それ
There's literally nothing I can do to make up this time. Except maybe chapter 12, but I seriously doubt my chapter 12 could possibly be good enough to mitigate all that time loss. Oh, and this movement, Jesus Christ. At least the stream hasn't gone down. Why did I stop moving there?
それ
Excuse me, controller. That's rude.
Oi.
I almost talked to the fucking comedian. Yeah, make this joke make this run more of a joke than it already is. Like, Jesus. Oh, it's doing it. Why does it keep doing that? Like, I don't get it. All these fucking wireless controllers just don't work in my... Oh my god. Extreme. We're losing so much time. It's not worth it. It's not worth continuing. It would have been better to use this run as an experiment to see whether the game would actually crash or not. Because I've always just assumed that it did. I didn't have time to test like the behavior of like crashes. Oh my god. I seriously don't think we can do any better.
それでは それ
Why the hell did he go that way?
それ
Oi.
I mean, I don't think I have to explain this. The scavenger hunt. In my opinion, way easier to do than the... or it's, I mean, it is less time consuming than in the original 2, because in the original 2, it just kind of had you go like other places as well.
それで
There might be hope, but I doubt it. Nine cutscene skips here because for some reason they needed individual cutscenes for every single time Kiryu had an interaction in the thing ever. Now you're gonna walk as drunk Kiryu here. I guess that's just how they wanted to simulate the desperation in Kiryu trying to stumble to Aoi. If you run into anyone, it's run over because you don't have to fight any of them. You also don't want to walk too close to certain light posts, otherwise you step back a few times. It probably could be optimal to try to bump into as many people as possible to lose more health, but I found that you don't really need to do that. Like, you do slow down a tiny bit, so... Oh, normally that guy doesn't give you any chances.
それで
Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Oh yeah, you don't have to do that for this guy. You're a good man, Kurokawa. Fortunately, I had to set you on fire. Oh, hey, Panda. Man, I'm so sad about Chapter 10. The guys in Champion District ruined the run for me. Actually, no one here.
それで
I don't know if we can still have a good time here, but maybe I can be proven wrong. There goes his knife. I guess maybe, if just maybe, my Osaka Castle can be good enough, but I don't know how much time I have left to save in it.
それで
ここがお前の墓場や。
Like, that wasn't perfect. I'm not good enough to... I'm not good enough to speed bump for the stairs here. It's not in the muscle memory yet. Oh my fucking god. I can't believe I missed that guy. I'm not miffed about that movement. Okay, we did that as quickly as we possibly could have. Okay, wait a minute. That was really fast. I've never killed that many people at once before. So this might... I don't know. It doesn't look like it. It still doesn't look like it. I'm not getting my hopes up. Only 0.6 seconds, Sag. Well, I mean, we did what we could, but it would have been really nice if those encounters just didn't fucking happen.
Nani?
I hate this slug. Not because he's hard to fight at all, it's just, I don't know. It gives me bad vibes. Also, his name is Hoshino, which now reminds me of the young man in the Genda law office. Taxi, come on. Oh, sorry, Haruka. Ah, no. The YOLO movement. Alright, I'm gonna have to do fucking amazing for the rest of the run in order to have a chance of PBing. Ah, wrong way. The camera never sets you in the right position, except like the last time that you have to go to the pier. And when that happens, Haruka just pretends that you were a wall, and that you ran into her, even though you didn't. Oh my god, they are way too. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
それで
I lost like half a second to that because I had to wait for the taxi prompt. I've never had that trigger. Well, that was rude. I didn't need more. I didn't need more time lost than I already had. And this guy just comes and punches me. Oh, that guy just got yeeted off the road. I forget what I'm supposed to do here. I think I just hit him twice. Or can I stab him? I think I can stab him. I cannot. I stabbed him twice. Okay. Sometimes I wonder whether he actually dies or if there are like 17 billion different Men in Black. Ah, damn it. My thumb actually... My thumb actually slipped. Don't move. Ah, god damn it. You only need to do that once. I've done that like 3 times already, where I skipped too many cutscenes. Also, I have no idea why that was so slow. Oh, we're making up more time. Actually, no, we're not. There are way too many cutscenes where you make up time. Yeah, I thought so. We didn't save anything. I mean, that's consistent at least, but still.
それで
Oh man. So many things gone wrong in this run. Time to go check in on Kazuki. Going the right way this time. Hopefully there are no encounters on the way there. There's one, but they're far away, so it doesn't matter. Oh, and I have to walk all the way back down.
イライラしてんだよ
それ それ
How did he go backwards that time? You all right, my man? I'm not all right. Everything I touch dies, apparently. Like this run. And my controller. PS Pro controller kept having problems, like disconnecting, reconnecting. Well, not the reconnecting part, but just the fact that it had to just the fact that it disconnected constantly. Whether it was plugged in or, you know, wired. Or sorry, whether it was plugged in or not. So I really don't know why. I think there's just like probably just like too much electrical interference in my room or something. Now, hopefully the game doesn't crash after I say Bantam. They already did the thing. Now, it's never happened before. I've never had 2 crashes in one run, but, you know, because it's Windows 11. Just because it's Windows 11, the day might finally come. How low is my health right now? Probably not very low. Okay, we're good. The game did not, in fact, crash. Which obviously means we're okay for the rest of the run, right? Right? Also, we broke the cutscene. Well, that would have been disastrous. He actually almost shot us. Get in there, Kiryu. We need to save time here. We're not saving time here. Oh no, 0.1. Now, the only way I could possibly lose time involuntarily at any point is having an encounter
どちらまでそれ
right before we have to hit that taxi again. You see Haruka try to reach for my hand there?
どちそれ
Man. I really don't like this run. If this PBs, I will be sad. I will actually just be sad. It's that chapter 10, man. Champion District. Can't do shit about it. Obviously wouldn't matter in a marathon run, but, you know, it just kind of sucks. Like, look at how many golds that we have here. If we didn't lose any time in... Actually, if we didn't lose any time in Chapter 5, we could have, like... We could have run away with it even with the 10... Even with the Chapter 10... obnoxiousness. Sad cat, yeah. That's all I gotta say. I don't have to go to the washroom or anything. I think I've been sweating enough, and then like all of it must have just like subconsciously come out when chapter 10 happened. No, I didn't. No, I'm not saying I wet my pants or anything. I'm literally just saying that like any human bodily function that I wanted to do is probably went out the window the moment chapter 10 happened. So I can't. I literally just stopped. I'll be really pissed. I will actually be really pissed if this somehow PBs. I don't think it can because, well, I mean, quite frankly, I don't remember how my chapter 16 went, but oh wait, no, we don't want to keep auto saving here. Yeah, I don't remember. I guess it'll just be really hard to save time because like the only thing I really need to do, the only thing I really needed to do was improve the chapter 12, which I did. Well, and also not have a terrible chapter 5, but okay, no, we can YOLO to the taxi. Oh, okay. We can also save. We keep saving more time in chapter 15. I don't know why.
Oh.
Alright, remember to actually go up instead of to the right. And movement. Oh, come on. That guy wanted to be an asshole. I really don't know how much better I can do in this section. Yep, kind of expected that to happen. Actually, I don't know. I think that muscle soda was bad. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be fast enough. This boss gauntlet tends to be 3 minutes long, and we're already like a minute into it. Sumuno's not dead yet. I don't know why it stopped me before I killed him. Eat the muscle soda. Oh, it's still gonna PB, but not gonna be happy about the time, regardless. Oh, whoops! I accidentally reset it. What would the time have been? I hit the wrong button.